I'm from Swami Rama's tradition.
He is disciple of Swami Devaraj.
I have a great tradition. So when I do something and say that, no, that is a lifelong learning. Shankaracharyas, he was one of the Shankaracharyas. Swami Rama was one of the Shankaracharyas. So you cannot tell that in 3 months I will make you like a yoga master in this world. Understood. So it means yogasana is separate. That has become a different. Now every school starts. So who will teach them? Some teacher who gets a certificate from somewhere, which is not authentic. But we cannot question because there are no genuine things. And we are following one tradition, say yoga, and the whole education should slowly go to that. No? So my concept of early childhood of education is, which is called a grandma child shiksha guru. Age 3 to grade 3, there should not be any book, no education, no forceful academics, no writing, just play. It should be a place where grandmother can come, grandfather can come, give some wisdom. Here itself there will be a lot of people who knows many things. Now you have a BMW, a BDW, international school. What is that international school? Doesn't have an international standard anyway. But it's run locally because everybody wants international. But what I want is take them to local, not international. You have to study local.
The basic Gurukul system.
Basic Gurukul system, school open for public to come, play with them, stay with them, enjoy with them, time pass with them, have craft. This I am trying to implement in different places, small. You cannot make overall a change. Assume that I want to influence you. I cannot make you tomorrow onwards you change this. No parents will send children there.
Correct.
So after 5 days, 1 day you change this. After 2-3 months, if parents like, make it 2 days. So maybe next year you can do it full. Follow the
it's kind of an open schooling system that we have.
Yeah, it's like a parents get.
One of the contact probably is there in Rangareddy district. Vande Mataram kind of
I have gone all these places.
that concept kind of a thing where
I know all these places.
Madhareddy, I think
so. Sri Hari, who is running it. Okay, Vande Mataram, we have 150 people. You can see Vande Mataram DrTPS, you will see YouTube. There was a chief guest there for one of the YUTA days.
Okay.
That's a different concept. They are giving free because somebody is providing money. So real leaders will not come.
Okay.
See, everything what happens is, I was made as a director for one of the Vedic Institute in Arunachal.
Okay.
But there also somebody wants to sponsor the program, you get some children. You think who will send children there from Bihar, the lowest, nobody can afford, they will be sent there. By the time they reach 12th class, the Vande Mataram, I will tell you what happened. Vande Mataram, they are from some houses. The children are kept there. One teacher is teaching different classes. There are not many teachers. When they pass 12th class, excuse me. When they pass 12th class, all those children will blame Vande Mataram. Why? Because that's what I mean. Why? Because they lost connection from the society.
Oh.
They are inside a small campus.
Correct.
Understood?
Correct.
They are learning different skill.
Correct.
But life, we are a social being.
Correct.
Most important is I must socialize. So what concept I am telling is open the children to the public. Anybody can come and interact. That is a place in very far from the city. Nobody goes there. Villagers will never go inside.
Correct.
Understood?
Correct.
and their public connection is very less. So you can imagine 30 children put in a place like a jail.
Okay.
Assume that for next 8 years. By the time they come back, they will lose the society tax.
Okay.
Understood?
Right.
So I am just opposite to one them.
Okay.
That's why when you mention, I am saying that maybe their concept is good, my concept is bad.
No, it is not.
No, I am saying it has to prove by time.
Correct.
But what I have done is I have gone to such places. I am not looking at what is happening now there. I am looking at what happened to them when they grow up. Therefore, when some suggestion given to me to become a director, I went for many discussions. Then I found after 10 years, these children who learned Veda may not be from that class of people where they wanted to learn Veda. Because they were poor, I am giving them food, they came to learn Veda. Understood? By the time they become teenager, they will say, oh, these people make my fate such a bad thing where I did not understand what the world is around. They will become most rebellious to me. So it has to be volunteer. Now what is happening in education? Schools are not for children actually. Schools are for teachers. Government schools are for teachers. Private schools are for parents. There are no schools for children.
Students are the children. Okay.
Understood?
Yeah.
Parents want every child to be in the international school.
Correct.
No teachers want to be in international school because they are paid 6,000 rupees or 5,000 rupees
Right.
salary.
Right.
They are not great teachers.
Right.
And they want to somehow get into government so that they can enjoy their life. They don't want to teach.
True.
Correct. So these two, government schools for teachers, private school for parents, but no school for children. So I want to start something for children. What do children like play? What do children like involving with the people? So this is like a socializing center. And just give them basic interaction, interdisciplinary, interlanguage connections. If you go 5 kilometers around this place, I'll tell you there may be at least 10 people from different languages.
Right.
But are these children in this colony learning 5 different languages is my question. If not, you are not using the local resource. And most of them will be idle sitting at home doing nothing from morning till evening, looking at TV because they have at least one knowledge of a language which can be taught to another child. So anybody growing in a school here will learn at least 5 languages, 10 languages. They will become marvelous children after all. There will be some mathematics teacher retired and sitting and give him some chance to teach maths.
Very good.
But not writing and reading. Some tricks of maths. Once we sit together, we will know this is how your education can become so tricky, enjoyable. So what I am doing now is going to different places, spend a few days, make the existing teacher system slightly orient to my style, philosophy. Now, Sunday I have a Nalgonda, one workshop. Maybe teachers from 10 schools will come. Their honors will come. One or two may find it interesting, they may call me next time. Go there and then do it. So I have a foundation for early childhood education. So I am planning a training program. Implementing Indian, it's called Indian Gurukula system. That's why I call it a Shiksha Gurukula. Which is grandmother's style.
True.
So it's not my syllabus. I am only telling a philosophy. Syllabus will be made according to this group here. Which it is not copy. I am talking about some innovative system. If I make it copied to all throughout India, it cannot be innovative. Number one. Number two, then I have to give syllabus book, which is like telling you write a poetry, which I will give you which poem you have to write. And it's copying of it, right? I am only giving the stimuli for writing poetry, creativity for writing. Writing poetry is your job. So I will make at a different places. What I am doing in Karnataka cannot be done in Kerala. What I am doing in Kerala cannot be done in Kashmir. So I want small system, but there will be an interaction between this school and the other school after some time. So once in 3 months, They can join together, have a camp somewhere. Once it comes, the children will join, parents will join. That's how it should go. So after grade 3, they will become, you tell any student, I will know how to write, compete with you in 4th class. Then start writing, reading, everything, then all this. So the base is clear, then they will start developing. So I am planning a teacher's training program, not planning, it's in process, it's being done. For which, how to do this, I have written a philosophy which is 4 books, nearly 1000 pages. A to Z of pre-primary education. A stands for ambitious, B stands for beginning, last Z stands for Z. That's how the whole book is written in ABCD up to Z. For which I have done lot of, maybe hundreds of webinars, in which maybe 10-20 webinars on making the existing pre-primary teachers are researchers in education. Because they know what is the problem in Bengal, they will tell their problem. Haryana people will tell their problem, Kerala people will tell. So pan India, maybe thousands of early childcare educators attended my class. We had one-to-one discussion, telling their problem, telling their philosophy, telling their style. From all the discussion what I gained is what I have written as a book. And education cannot go very slow. We keep saying 21st century education. What is 21st century is 100 years. We cannot talk about 100 years education. It should be fast, 10 years education. So I'll teach them technology, teach them how to use a smartphone as the smartest possible. Children will love it, but tell them what to do in that. For which teacher should know what I should do. True. I should not tell don't use it.
True.
The time you say don't use it, they will become more attractive. They will use for bad purpose. Why am I telling them don't use it? Because I don't know how to use it. If I know how to use it very specifically, we were driving National Highway 44. Immediately Googled and found National Highway 44 is the longest highway connecting Tamil Nadu to Jammu Kashmir. Jammu Kashmir once started as National Highway number 1. It's all renamed to 44. Before the partition, Andhra Pradesh would have been the largest, 600 kilometers. Now each state how much kilometer it runs also we learn. 500 kilometers in Kashmir. So we are learning. Only with the smart we can learn, right?
Yes. As the technology.
So use it. But that question, oh we crossed and went, wrong route we have taken. No. I said it's great that we have taken a wrong route. We learned 44, National Highway 44. Understood? A mistake is to learn something new. You cannot make it in a syllabus and tell everybody should do this, na? Understood?
So there will not be any syllabus.
It's a creative. I make people to become so creative. Based on your system, I will change that situation to a good situation.
What do you call for that course? Creative?
That is creative learning.
Creative learning.
Learn to learn. Learn to teach. Creative learning.
I mean, it's so great that it is just kind of an open house. It's an open house.
Yeah, it's an open house.
Whatever you want.
With 10 days, they will all learn.
Exactly like Gurukulas.
Curriculum.
They give minimum. You ask questions, you will get more. Whoever asks, they will get more. Like that.
It's an open house where we have the pockets, whatever service
He
study
has got
will be
place.
there, so they can go and experience.
He has
it.
got his own place also. In the deep
I have 3 places. 3 houses. 1 in Kerala, 2 in Kerala. 1 in center of Kerala. That's a temple city. Well, Bharata temple is there. I only heard Sri Rama. Sri Rama temple is 10 kilometers away. Bharata temple is in the city where I am. Lakshmana temple is another 10 kilometers away. Shatrugna temple is another 10 kilometers away.
all 10 kilometers.
So it's called all the Rama places are
It seems it's close to Makera.
Kodungalur.
Kodungalur.
Close to Coorg is another house which I have. It's an old house, 200
How are you?
where I keep conducting lots of camps. We had a camp last year.
अच्छा कितने बजे आ रहे हो इधर? हाँ कितने बजे आ रहे हो? I'm waiting for you.
Nalgonda somebody came. She is conducting the next
Tomorrow. Then.
So somebody comes, get a taste. Oh, let me do.
ठीक है.
No, true. These are all the out of the box thinking, at least the time that people should have, and we should give it.
In which all this will be there. Our traditional knowledge, our shastras, our mythology.
When are you coming?
Everything you should learn. But don't teach that same thing to children. You should have that wisdom, speak to their level at that level.
Tell me in advance, okay?
Not that what I learn, I just teach you.
Just inject them.
I have that wisdom, I will tell what is required at that point of time to that person. That is the wisdom.
That's great.
So I also don't announce camp conducting programs. Some 10 people, 5 people say that no, I want to do something, let us come and then I will circulate to my people around and somebody will come. Last time Bangalore, I came. Somebody that you contacted me on online. Then to Kerala. Yeah, announced program. I announced, but from Kerala, 8 to 10 people came. From this part, counterpart conducted in Bangalore, nobody. I said, what is the fun in conducting a program in Bangalore where I get people from Kerala? Understood. And this is not a great place where I find a lot of greatness. I also have no great fun in coming to this place and doing something because Bangalore is not unknown to me. Yes. Recently I went to West Bengal. We had 10 days. 7 days. Two different places. 3 places. Rupnaranpur, Rampurhat, Zuri, all Sankaran. Nursery to 8th, 7th they have educated the teachers. From Nalgonda I met him. So maybe some counterpart. Online I have done up to Pakistan border.
Kashmir to
Kanyakumari. I started one model 2005 in Kerala. So it's almost 17 years old. Not because of NEP I started.
No, a lot of experiments are going on.
That's one. Second one is now Bhagavad Gita is being taught. We had a discussion, myself, the Japani,
Okay.
and
the
other person from Bombay.
I think I have not told that. Did I tell you? Japan?
You just mentioned.
Guruji is
August
6th, 7th.
August 6th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. So we had a discussion. That's how the date is.
Correct.
Then that we decided. And we had a discussion in which that Bombay Jain fellow or no, Jain was there and the Bombay fellow was there. Jewish fellow was there. So he was asking, why Bhagavad Gita proclaiming war? So nobody understands the context of the war. That is where the confusion is. So I explained, yeah, for so long nobody gave me this answer. So sometimes we know the story, but we don't know why are we telling the story.
That should be made clear.
The context is not understood.
Correct.
Understood.
Correct.
I may tell you don't do this, but I am telling you don't do this at that point of time. There.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean in your life don't do this anymore.
Correct.
Context is more important. Objective is more important.
Very true.
That
Context
people don't
is
understand. People know only Mahabharata, people know only Bhagavad Gita, people know only Ramayana. The context is to be understood.
Yeah. I mean, it was great fun. Like past 10 years, or when I wasn't working, something called as the right and the wrong. So at the house, they were telling me that this is right, this is wrong. So that used to be in the mind.
There is no right and wrong.
So this is where I landed probably 5 years
The
back.
right and wrong is on. I am an LLB. I started now. My triggering for LLB started from Bangalore because I was staying in that hostel. My roommate was an LLB student.
Okay.
Many students LLB.
Okay.
So I had a passion for teaching all of them. My selfishness was when I teach children, I was doing PhD. I am interacting with the +1, +2 passed out students. Definitely the discussion, some Kannada words will come. So I will learn Kannada. If you talk to mathematics people, you don't learn language. Law people, if I speak, I learn Kannada. So actually I learned Kannada, the colloquial Kannada, through dialoguing with the children who are from schools, just came and stuff. So I started teaching law here. After that I took my language. So in law there is a saying, there is right and wrong based on facts. What is right and wrong for the judge? Based on the fact which you showed.
That is what when you just telling. So when it comes to right or wrong, probably 5 years back I was just thinking, and I landed in the same lines what you were just
It happens to many people. See, I went to America. That lady who was doing yoga center. She said yoga center, meditation center. I said no, I don't know where is meditation center. Meditation center is in my Atma.
Correct.
How can I know your meditation center? It's you to realize it.
Very good.
See, my guru never taught. It's called samadhi. It can be never taught. I can only teach silence. You have to find samadhi inside your silence.
Which takes you. Silence takes you.
So I can take you to up to dhyanam. In that dhyanam, if you realize samadhi, it's up to you. So nobody taught me samadhi. I gave you samadhi. Correct. See, this concept cannot be taught to LKG children. But when we discuss at PG level, we will teach this. We will tell them. So it needs to be very carefully discussed based on their level, their style. So what I am telling to young children may be right for them, but I am telling somebody else it may be wrong there but right here. Level based we have to understand.
There are different roles. For different roles, the communication can be in a different form. Because for the implementers, we don't have to give the total thing.
Not
the ideators, there are some communications.
The philosophy is to be understood at a higher level.
At a higher level, not
at
the
lower.
children. Yeah, correct.
So we will dialogue what can be done.
Just to give a small intro for this office
I have
kind
seen,
of a thing.
I have studied. We had a minimum dialogue. I overheard when he was talking to many other people also.
Okay.
I was there. We were there for almost
2 days.
Then, sir, anything that you suggest, you order, we are ready to work.
What I am saying is, there are small pockets at different places. What I keep saying, there are a lot of potential for different people. Right. Maybe you could start working together, do something together.
That is what we also want to, because we are looking for the vision for the future, not present thing as we are working. Most of the people also.
But something should keep happening. See, there are a lot of people with great vision doing nothing.
Short term, long term.
Yeah, short term should happen all the time. So that we know we are active, we live.
We are living that is.
Show that we are. And every day, daily, when we do something, it doesn't make us festival.
Correct.
Understood? So if 2-3 people come together from different places, join together, it becomes a festival. Na?
Very true.
Understood? That's why seminar.
Correct. All these things are only for
that
the purpose.
Suppose you two come to Hyderabad, then I want you to meet few people. Then that becomes a dialogue.
Yes. Then it takes further.
It takes
Meeting
maybe
some
somebody
people,
else
some
will get
program.
triggered, somebody will become programmed for that, understand what is to be done. I don't know whether your university and educational affiliation have got a credit to give only with the name yoga or any development programs.
Anything connected to Sanatana Dharma,
Sanatana Dharma.
Hindu, because it is
See, like Panchashila.
It's a
That
religious
can be part of that, right?
university. Yeah, any ancient Hindu things. See, that way if you take Jainism is
Even
also
when we say
Buddhism,
Gurukula.
Buddhism is also like exactly.
Gurukulam itself is there.
You can have it.
Understood.
Anything connected to life. All
So
those
what
things.
we are doing under a see, if you just Google on your Google,
See, supposing
DrTPS, Grandma Child Care Shiksha Gurukulam. I'm sure they will give you some information. That may not be full, but what dialogue has happened, what YouTube is there, what seminar has happened, Google always collects this information and give you some check.
no, any of your children or students are interested in doing some research on what you are teaching.
No, one of my intention was to make this lowest. There are a lot of PG courses. There are happen to be early child care educators because they did not get an opportunity to do higher education. We can all make them do some research which will contribute in the understanding culture of different parts of India in terms of dealing with their parents, students and all that, right?
That is what I wanted to discuss. Because
So that
beginning discussion is okay. Now,
if you have got such an option to
Yes.
register them for a PhD.
yes, exactly.
I see there are a lot of people who are selling PhD today.
We don't.
This is a real PhD where they will do a work,
Yes,
not to the standard of a great university also.
but at the same time, to the satisfaction of the university.
University.
That should be there.
Yeah.
No, my satisfaction. Say, look, I have done this. No.
That is
Should be acceptable by the committee. We got our own
understood.
committee.
Yeah.
That has to happen.
So in that context, if something some people can do,
Yes.
we can have some dialogue discussions because if you look at research methodology, DrTPS, early child care education, I have motivated a lot of people to write abstract, write research projects and all that.
Can you tell me more about that?
See, this
Research
is
methodology.
yeah,
What?
this is what research methodology is. There is a form in which you should write a thesis,
Correct.
which I was teaching to MBA students in different universities.
Okay.
To teach, I was also director for academic staff. So my job is to motivate university teachers to do research.
Okay.
It was 2015. So last 10 years back, 2005.
Okay.
So it's almost 20 years back I started doing this. So every PG, even after MBBS, they want to do PG, they have a paper called research methodology.
Correct. Correct.
Everyone has to learn this.
Correct.
So what do we do in this? How to write a PhD thesis?
I'm not telling about the Western.
No. Yeah, very well.
Okay.
Even in Bhagavad Gita, I will tell this is a research methodology.
Fine. Then you go ahead. Please go ahead.
You understood?
Yeah.
I teach taking from them. Your one chapter should get connected to the next chapter. It should tell you the thesis. It should tell you the abstract. So second chapter becomes the abstract for Bhagavad Gita. Sankhya Yogam is the abstract.
Correct.
First chapter is the introduction. The set is clear.
Okay.
Literature survey is done. Who is there in the role? Who are all that is a literature survey.
Okay.
So this is how a thesis is also made.
Excellent.
Understood?
It's okay. Okay.
So you tell that this is how research has to write. And the last one is conclusion.
See, if we don't agree with what the West tells, this itself is only research methodology. Yes, that is what. But now we have made it very clear.
You understood?
I understood. Totally understood.
The whole book in this world written in mythology is based on a research methodology.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
They just don't do anything.
Right.
That's why I'm saying there is an objective and scope. There is an abstract. Abstract is Eka Sloka.
Perfect.
Eka Sloka Ramayana, Eka Sloka Bhagavatam, Eka Sloka. If you write that understood, that's an abstract.
Correct.
With this, everybody knows this. This is what is done as an abstract. This is what is an introduction, literature survey. Then tell us the objective.
Perfect.
Then write all the chapters. Get a conclusion.
Exactly. That is how I want.
That is why literature survey. I will have a literature survey based on not somebody is reading some notes.
Correct.
Similar thing happened somewhere else is fine. But what is happening here, I should research.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay.
So, that is
So what happens in West Bengal? This time when I went, I spoke to all the Balawadi group is there, no? Anganwadi group.
Yes.
Nearly 200 Anganwadi teachers I met. It is not that I get knowledge from them, they get knowledge from me. But few people interacted. They called me and then said, this is what is happening, this is what I am doing. I said, yeah. There may be one or two teachers who can really understand what is happening around there. Write it in a specific style. That becomes a great document. Not from the policy makers. With policy makers, with this objective started, this is it really happening.
Okay.
Understood? This is what the true research comes. This is the cultural difference. This is the problem which I am facing. These are all the things which we can be done to improve this local education. Under this grandma child care, if I have to fit, I must modify like this so that the value of education becomes great. I keep asking, when you are running a school for long years, it's not that how many children passed from your school is important. Is there one student who can show that he has become great from your school? Vivekananda, you under whose name you are there. Ramakrishna became famous just because of one Vivekananda.
Yes, yes. Those are start thousands of people.
So I keep asking one question: who is great? Ramakrishna is great or Vivekananda is great? It's Ramakrishna who made a Vivekananda. Correct? But it's Vivekananda who made the Ramakrishna. So that relationship we are able to stay with one student. But I keep saying Vivekananda could not make another Vivekananda.
Is there anything you have written something about creative learning, creative teaching?
Adaptive learning, one of my book is there on my website. You can download it. It's called adaptive learning. This did not start now. 2005, when I started that, before that I wrote a book on adaptive learning. What is adaptive learning? I must get adapted to the situation. But we are not getting adapted to the situation. We are learning, teaching what somebody has written for somebody else.
Long.
Understood? How many children in this village staying in Bangalore knows the story of Tipu Sultan, Kembagowda, Jayachandra? If you don't know all of them, what is the purpose in learning Queen Mary's story? Understood? Why are you learning about Tagore when you don't know Bangalore, at least to forget about long years?
Understood.
Yeah. He was a great patriotic Kannadiga.
Correct.
Understood. Forget about his politics. I don't think nobody else would have spoken like this, telling that my breath is Kannada. I used to get more. Hearing his lecture was fun. I used to go to listen to his. So much thrill inside. And Hegde was such a great educated politician. If somebody, what is the point in learning about Mahatma Gandhi? You don't know Hegde here. In your life, you lived with somebody, or maybe your father knows somebody. And that knowledge, if I am not interested, what is going to happen in India is, I am not interested in what's happening around me. I am only interested in what is happening in France, Germany, London. My intention is to go there. But our place was a great place where many people came and studied here, right? How many people know Indian Institute of Science is Tata Institute? And Tata Institute is Tata Institute because who motivated Swami Vivekananda?
And the Vadiyar gave the place.
Understood. That gave the place because Vivekananda asked them to give. How many people know that? People may not know. Nearby that place also people know.
Not me. Not me.
So that is what I am saying. The localized knowledge should be
Getting the point.
I stayed in Ijingalakuda, one place where I conducted a camp with 30 children. I got them to motivate them to get admission in all high school, 11th and 12th school, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th, 30 students were there. Motivate them to go to Indian Institute of Scientific Heritage. Indian Institute of Science and Science Education and Research. ISER. ISER. Tata Institute. ISER. Indian Institute of Science Education and Research.
Okay.
That's one of the most leading science research center. But first day was, I had a great friend, Swamiji, who is from Chidanandapuri. Called him. Another few speakers throughout Kerala. Conducted a program, the history of that place where I am staying, conducting the program. Understood? And asked all of them, your job is to listen to all the lecture, make a note and submit to me. And that submitted became a document. My intention is making them to go for science research. But what I did was learning the history of that place where they are learning. I said, this is the same. Anything we learn here, you know how to document it well, you are a good research. Okay, that's a base for any research.
Now, can we look at all our scriptures with this
We can.
approach?
100%. Not that we can. gone through this vision only most of the
You have done something like that in Bhagavad Gita?
all my full lectures, if you look at
In
interpretation,
lot lectures.
I can make a write. Make a writing.
I want to write up so that. Yes, Bhagavad Gita tells lots and lots and lots of things. Depending upon the context, you can take lot of things from each sloka sometimes, or each,
The gist of
chapter
the sloka.
will give you a lot of things. Actually, of course, even now the plan is there to write a compendium on the relevance of Bhagavad Gita.
No, we
past,
can,
present, and future.
we can make a cuts. I'll send you some 2-3 modules. Maybe one weekend, 2 days, one module, another weekend, another module. Like 4-5 weekends it is over. We can have a diploma or certificate or something. Such things can be found.
Then, what I told is, you can create some syllabus curriculum. You can create these type of things as a course.
So
No,
that is
university.
where I'm just still in the understanding stage. There are many takers, and to whom to give, we will start deciding it. In the sense, there are the concept of this one, the approach can be the schools and the teachers itself.
Creative
The
teaching.
present
See, I'll tell
schools
you,
and the teachers.
I have got to one, I am not naming the school. Or I can name the schools. Vishwavidyapeeth, like Bangalore. 4 branches they have. The name is Vishwavidyapeeth. The morning prayer is Sanskrit. I was here 4 days, 5 days. Teachers, parents, students. Whenever I go, I will tell, I will not only talk to teachers, I will not talk to parents, I will not talk to students, I will talk to all of them. 3 days. Then only I will come. Otherwise, the students will take some other version of me to the parents. Teachers will tell some other version to students. They know me, then they have a full idea, right? They're not going to bluff to somebody else. After that, I had a competition on Bhagavad Gita slokas. You take one sloka and give a gist in 3 minutes. Based on that pan India, I will give you prizes. I have a lot of people at different places. I did this competition. Pathetically, a Sanskrit teacher from Vishwavidyapeeth. Okay. Bharata is translated as India.
It became Bharata then.
Bharat is equivalent to India.
See, there are many places where Krishna is calling Arjuna as Bharata. The Bharata calling is Arjuna is not even understood by the teacher, and she is the Sanskrit teacher in that school. You can imagine. What tells is required?
No, that is what, sir. Like, let us.
No, we are not trying to fight for. They are not oriented
towards it.
Even if possible, just because of the discussions, I'm thinking you can have an online program course on Bhagavad Gita itself. Creative learning through Bhagavad Gita, something connected to that.
Yeah, but under the certification of some universities.
Yoga University, our university only. See, he is a registrar, I am the vice president.
Then
You can meet vice chancellor also today evening.
Then what
That
happens?
is why I am thinking
Yeah,
those
what I'm
things
saying.
only.
So if that things can happen,
Huh.
there will be a demand, and it cannot be free. If anything free has no value,
Anything from the university can never be free also.
and it needs to be a charged one. We can
Yes.
chart out something, a regular course.
So these things now onwards we will be discussing with everybody. I am out.
No,
There's already introduction. Because costing, how it has to be done, syllabus, curriculum.
What I
where
can
to
do is
start.
I can send you a course.
Right.
Straight away, maybe in 3-4 days I can send. As I'm back after 3 days, I will send you in the next week. I'm very fast in working. Otherwise, I won't be here today.
Definitely.
If it works it. Otherwise, ignore. That's what I think. I'll send you in a week's time. Think how to implement it. But I always love to have physical programs. Understood? So maybe first cut can be a certificate program online.
Then we can have a PCT.
Attend maybe 10
2 days,
classes,
2 days,
10
yeah.
classes,
Person.
10 classes, 5 days each, pass a certificate. Then probably you can attend physically by paying whatever is the other expenses required, like a camp. Then you will get a diploma. Then they become eligible for becoming a research scholar and others. Then you can do a PhD. For these, there is no qualification required. But to get into that level, you need a PG.
Correct.
But to get into that level with a PG, you should undergo all these courses. Like this, if you make a
I will just share also a draft copy of an MOU kind of a thing, non-financial one. So from there it starts. So once you fill it up, then
no, for me, I'll tell you, I am not working for finance, and I don't deal with any of the bank accounts. I have a trust which is called Shiksha, but I have a bank account which is not operating for long years. Which I don't touch is money, which I have not required.
No problem. No, you
I have my
no
pension to
problem.
live, so I am not for anything else. I have to invest my time for good purposes.
True.
That's the only intention I am doing.
True.
If Dilip did not call me, I would not have gone to the conference, even if I am in my brother's place, which is 3 kilometers away. Understood? My interest is not meeting him, finding somebody from Japan, connecting, all that is not. When I was being introduced, I told him, stop, go. You heard this, right? All these are unnecessary. People know me from my speech. All my background is useless. My foreground is also not useful. What I am speaking at this present is what is my present, right? So exactly what we want, you work it. I am only a resource person for you, nothing else.
Done.
Understood? Operation is yours, and you want a facility in Hyderabad. I have a house. It's fully vacant, nothing is there, no furniture. For last 4 years, it's lying vacant. I could asking, no, she was asking why don't you give rent? What do I do with that money which I get? That's what I'm saying. You are welcome. Come here. Hyderabad Active Center. I have a library where we have Tirukural to see. There is somebody who was ready to pack a whole book of his ancestor property to me. I said, keep it there. And what do I do with it? Is first let me know. They would have given.
So we'll make that as our Hyderabad office.
So I have a huge library which can be used like a guest house. My Kannur house, which is not mine, which is my family property, but it can accommodate 30 people. It's a village. Another house in Indianapolis, I have got like a guest house only. In the top, we have got a bigger house, double that size. You Google DrTPS from the map, you will know my 3 houses, you will see. And what happens there also, you will see. It's not an idle place. It's active when I go. I don't have an office, I don't have a periphery, I don't have somebody working. No registration, nothing like that.
Very project. Very project. Wandering monk.
Why? Because if I have to think creatively, if I stay running an institute, my tension will be where I will get pickle for them, where I will get samandhi for them. That's not my intention. If somebody comes there, suppose the food is not good, somebody's complaint, I will say don't come next time. What I taught, what discussion we had, what you learned is bad, then it's my fault. What food is not given is not my fault, right? So don't come here thinking that it's a 5-star hotel, the accommodation is great, no AC, no heater is not working, electricity is not there. All will be there. Problems will be there. What you learned is important, then come to us.
Perfect.
Knowledge.
Understood. We will teach you not through classes, we will teach you from interaction. Somebody will come. My Malayalam teacher who taught me in my school days will come and talk to you. My science teacher who taught me science will come and stay one day with you and then teach what he knows. That's how I run my program. So that my teachers are also happy, right?
It's creative.
Whether I get money or not, I pay them. Even now, when they come and spend one day, I give some dakshina to them. But many people who come to learn from me may not pay me anything. But that doesn't matter for me because I am doing my run-up. What I have to do, I am doing, right? Because I am rich for my cup of tea. I have got people rich with me.
So
who will take care of me.
I think now we can go for lunch.
Understood.